Let's go, it's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show.
Which one, old man, that ain't got to shake your head? Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back, going downtown.
Batman Episode 2, Children of Arkham, is out. It came out today, and I'm going to try to keep up with this one because besides the first Walking Dead Season 1, I didn't really keep up with each episode, but I'm really enjoying this series. So the second one comes out, and we move further. If you haven't seen my review or played the first episode, things have happened, and you find out that Bruce's dad isn't as good as we all thought, and is kind of an asshole, maybe. And then in this episode, we get some more answers into that, and some new intriguing mysteries. But saying that, is this game worth picking up? Should you get episode 2? Let's find out.
Which one, old man, that ain't got to shake your head? Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back, going downtown.
One of the best parts about this game is that you actually get some of the questions that were given in episode 1 answered. One of the biggest ones is, was Bruce's family somehow involved with the Falcone and also Mayor Hill's whole mob scene type of setup in the past? That's what the question presented in episode 1 is, and in 2 we kind of get that answered. Another thing that's really cool is that you get to play as Batman more mixed with Bruce. So there's a couple of chapters in here that you get to play as Batman whooping ass, but then you also get to just play as Bruce, and he is intriguing in this because he actually feels like a human being, which is something I feel the Arkham games miss, but this game is achieving well. Another thing I really liked in this game is that it was very fast-paced. There were almost no slow moments. There was a couple of talking moments that slow it down, but honestly, the action mixed with the talking moments in this episode are actually better in this one than the last one, so I really enjoyed the pacing of the overall episode. And the last but not least, one of the things I really liked is you make a huge decision in this game, and I actually want to go back and play it to find out what actually changes, because at the end of this episode, unlike the first episode, there's not really a huge choice. In this one there is, and I want to see the results and if they are actually different. On the flip side, the game is very short, and I'm not talking about like 2 hours and a half like most of the episodes are. I'm talking about this episode being maybe an hour and 10 minutes to an hour and a half at most. This is a very fast-paced episode. It goes by like that, and then when you're done, you're like, damn, I wish it was an extra maybe 35 to 40 minutes at least. So this episode went by a little too quick for me, and as I said, attributing the pacing being good in this episode, at the same time, I could have used an extra scene or an extra 20 minutes to give us a little bit more meat to the episode. This definitely felt like an action-packed episode without any real movement of extending the story beyond giving us a new bigger villain in the overall scheme.
Which one, old man, that ain't got to shake your head? Get that side check, put it in pockets like it's back, going downtown.
Again, these games are just really fun to play, in my opinion. They're basically interactive stories, and that you get to make your decisions, and the gameplay is yes, a very quick time event type of gameplay, but it's actually, to me, a lot of fun to kind of create your own quick time events in certain scenarios. Things like that make the game a little bit different than the other Telltale games. So overall, did I enjoy this episode? I say I enjoyed it as much as the first one. As a Batman fan, I'm going to give it again an 8. I think it's a great title so far. It's giving us a story more like the comic version than the movie version that we've gotten in the last few years. So I personally enjoy it, and I love learning more about Bruce. And it, of course, leaves you intrigued at the end of the episode. Who's the villain? What's going to happen? How everything comes unfolded. And that's, to me, is exciting to play another episode. So for non-Batman fans, it's probably a 7, just like the first episode. But for a Batman fan, it's an 8. You go in the middle, maybe 7.5. Let me know what you think of this episode, if you liked it more than the first. I think I enjoyed the first atmosphere and build-up better, but the fights in this episode were definitely better. So overall, so far, we're doing pretty good. Hopefully episode 3 lives up to the other 2.
We are the children of Arkham, and we have opened your eyes.